You're watching Frank Trades with Dex, where a trading novice, that's me, trades with a 20-plus year expert, the man known as Dex the Vulcan, Dex the Algo Capitalist, or just my main man, Dex. Dex is the head trader in charge at our room at watchustrade.io. Head over to watchustrade.io to learn more, to register for a free online live trading event, or to join our room where you can trade with Dex yourself. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us, Frank Trades with Dex. Got a bunch of people watching with us already, which is a lot of fun. Dex, how you doing, man?
Doing great, my man. Doing great. What about yourself?
I'm doing good. There's that echo I was waiting for. I told you, I said I was going to get an echo. It turns out you're the one who echoes in my ear, not me.
So I'm the echo. So
no,
I'm
we're good, though. We're good. We're good. I think it sounds fine on the YouTubes. It just has to do with my little console that I'm running here. So I know you've got a lot going on working in the lab. And
yeah, man, I've been in the lab all week, but trust and believe when I say you guys are going to love these treats.
All right, cool. Can't wait to see them. All right, so we're going to take a look at a couple things. We just got off Rogue. Let's see. We were talking about Bitcoin, but weren't looking at it. So let me pull up. Actually, I already got it up. Bitcoin USD. We'll start with that. We'll beat everybody to it. Good morning, everybody. Go. People saying hello.
That's what's up.
Mr. Masad is saying no sound. I'm being told that I do have sound. So
I hear you clearly.
yeah, no. Jen is telling me she's monitoring the she's monitoring the visual pulse that is going out. So
that's what's up.
So I'm gonna go with that. But let me know if anybody else has any issues. So here's Bitcoin on the screen. We've got the weekly on the right, the daily on the left, as usual. That's always the way we roll. So Dex continues to be very strong today. So current price is $9,320, and doing what it's been doing. It looks like another leg up for today. So actually, I'm looking at the weekly. So for the week,
it really is. So what do I always say? Trail your positions, guys, with those stops. Use them stops. Don't get too greedy. You follow the market. If it's going to keep going up, let it keep going up. But do not, and I repeat, do not give away all your gains because the thing flash crashes or something for whatever reason. All right? Please, I can't stress that enough. You must trail your positions with stops. All right?
Stop. Must have those stops. Don't be afraid. There'll be other opportunities.
No, you can always get back in.
If you
make a mistake and place it too tight, you can always get back in. The market ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
All right? The sheets come out every day.
So make sure you use a stop and not a limit. I've done that where you're going to put a limit. Oh, okay, this would be a good stop, and you end up putting a limit in instead of a stop, and there goes your profits in one split second. So that's always fun. And someone's going to ask for Litecoin, so let's beat them to it. Litecoin has been doing phenomenally lately, so it's fun to look at. Oh, actually, look at that. It's down on the weekly.
Wow.
That's new. That turned. So it's going sideways the last few days.
And I wonder why that is.
Any thoughts, Dex?
No, it's still powerful. It's just like the Bitcoin chart.
Yeah.
Just remember, though, you are in the Kuma cloud of death. We talked about this. We talked about this. When the market's ready to correct, it will. You must use your stops. Trail it with your stops. Some of you are probably already stopped out. That's fine. Trail your position. Don't get greedy. It's looking like it's getting to the point where it is going to try to correct here shortly. So don't be afraid of that either.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Let us know in comments if you have anything particularly you want to look at. Here's GLD, another common request, and I just want to look at it because you just love seeing that green bar. Had a huge gap up on the daily.
That's huge, man. Look at that.
Look at that gap up.
And you see where that correction is on the weekly too. Look at that. You cannot ignore that. The daily is showing you also, but look at that weekly though. You guys know what time it is. I've taught you guys how to do this and how to trail these positions. This is looking great. It's looking great. Some of you have already built up a nice sizable position. That's great. But now you got to manage that position. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a good
So,
question. He asked this earlier. So, Dex, give your unreserved opinion on the Veritasium concept. Is it worth investing in? Thanks. Is that something you're up on, Dex? I know you
again,
know a bit about it, but
yeah, again, I was gifted to Veritasium, which I am holding, and I haven't done any trading in and out of it. I have not been actively trading cryptos, period.
mm-hmm.
I just hold on to them two Veritasiums that was gifted to me. I think overall, at the end of the day, Veritasium is going to be successful because that's Reggie Middleton's baby. Reggie Middleton is the man. He's not some fraudster, some fake person, or some fly by night that just came out of nowhere. He's a Wall Street dude, like me. He was on the fundamental, analysis side of the market, where he looked at earnings and stuff like that, and he did some econometric modeling type stuff. That's his forte. So if he's gonna be behind something, you better believe that he's done the research to do it. So I have full faith that whatever he puts his hands to, for the most part, is going to be successful. He is the man. I'm not. You can't front on Reggie Middleton. His track record speaks for itself. All right, and he's good at what he does. He's one of the best at what he does. So I don't know nothing about this space. So I'm going to believe him, and that's why I have not sold my Veritasium. I hold it in a wallet offline, and one day when it blows up, I'll go ahead and cash my chips in. So I'm just holding on to it. I have not sold out. I know at one point, I think it hit 300 at one point in its early days, but because it wasn't, on really readily available on exchanges to do anything with, it didn't make any sense for me to get out of it then, and I'm not getting out of it anytime soon. Now I'm just gonna hold it. I hold it forever if I have to. But as far as from a person wanting to invest in this, I would say treat it like any other investment. Don't throw your whole life savings into this. Take a small percentage,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 1%, something like that, whatever, and go ahead and buy some, and just hold it and forget about it. It is a buy and hold. It is an investment. To me, in my opinion, investments are buy and holds because they're investments. You're waiting for them to pay off. You hope one day they will pay off, but you don't put your life savings in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Trading is, I don't care what the thing's going to do 20 years from now. I'm hoping that I've traded in and out of it enough where I've made 20 times the money.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between investing and trading. You got to do your homework. You may not believe in it, but if you're going to invest in it, I would go ahead and do as much research as possible. Reggie Middleton has a cajillion um, videos on YouTube talking about Veritasium and getting all technical and specific. So, and he does respond to people who ask questions and stuff. So you can hit him up. He's available. He's on YouTube.
Cool. Want to look at oil? What's the best ticker for that? Is it actually oil? I don't have an oil ticker.
For if you're going to take a look at oil, go ahead and do you can do, man, so many of them. Let's start off with OIH. Let's see if that's tracking today like it's supposed to. OIH.
Yep, got it.
All right, there you go. Yeah, OIH is
Oh, let me move that.
an ETF type thing that they created. It's supposed to track the futures market perfectly, and you know the only thing that it has contango issues at times where the front month will be way higher than the back months, and that's okay. There's contract rollover issues at times, but for the most part, it tracks with the futures almost perfectly. So as you can see, crude oil, like I told you, is up like almost $3 today, and so you see OIH is up significantly also. The crude oil has a long way to go. It's trying to, break out from these lows. On the daily chart, you got that gap to contend with. and it's going to be contended with. Something interesting on the daily chart, as you can see, if you look to your left of the current daily bar, you see that wide gap. One could make an argument that all we're doing is filling that old gap back there, and then the market's going to come back down because then it has to fill these other gaps that is created on the way up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I think crude oil is going to top out here in the next couple of days, roll back over, fill those gaps, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yep. All right, cool. Let's see. Let me catch up with the requests we got here. I was caught up, and then I got started. Here we go. Asking for ETH. Let me pull that up. Dex and I are a little bit of a time crunch today, so we'll do as many as we can.
Yeah, we're trying.
ETH a little smushed there on the weekly and on the daily. Any thoughts there, Dex?
Basically, this one is, like I said before, it's in a consolidation right here at these levels. It's just consolidating. It's not falling, but it's not rallying either. But you do have that pointer inside of the cloud there on your left that you got to deal with from a few weeks ago. So I think that pointer is going to help keep the prices a little lofty for right now. But remember, you are in the Kumo cloud of death. So trade accordingly. If you're flat this market and looking for somewhere to get in, you can go ahead and get in here according to the price triggers. If the intraday price inflection point is triggered and those conditions are met, I don't have a problem with you getting long there. Just remember to use those stops, and you're probably going to want to 2-bar Charlie it really closely. So yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
You got him now?
What's that? This is Zcash.
That's Z. You see, you got up? Yeah. Okay. You see the bearishness coming out on this chart. So it's looking like it wants to try to test trend line support on that daily chart. I would be careful of that if you're trying to get long, or if you're already long this. If you got long through the sheet, which I don't think you would be in the last 2 days, but let's say you are. I think if the market fails at that orange line on the daily chart, that orange trend line support, if you close below that, then you need to get out of longs. All right, for those of you who want to be cowboys and hold on, you think it's going to support and keep moving, then by all means, if it closes below that, then you should get out of your longs. If it spike lows below it but doesn't close below it, then your longs should be safe. But, you know what to do.
No. Okay, look at Nugget, and you can tell me if I got the right chart here. Hold on one sec.
NUGT, yeah.
Here it comes.
Yeah. I expect that to be up because that's your 3x ETF. That means it moves 3 times as the underlining. So it's going to move, 3 times more than your GDX and your GLD.
Same big gap up.
Huge gap. When you see that gap's going to be reckoned with.
So Dex, there's a lot of gap ups today. What's the time frame for filling them? I mean, you got these strong.
There's no time frame.
All right, so just eventually. Just got to watch out for it.
Yeah, it's an eventually thing. There is no time frame. Just know going into it that at some point it's gonna correct and pull back. It could take weeks. There's no set time limit for these gaps and stuff to be filled. There have been times in the past where it's taken a long time. And then eventually, out of nowhere, people wonder why the market's flash crashing. And it's really not flash crashing. It's just doing what it should have done months ago, which is filling that gap.
Is this one of your kids?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Awesome.
There's something funny. My littlest one, my 5-year-old, she's about to be 6. We're having a birthday party this weekend. She so hated one of Dex's kids. So she came downstairs, and this was when Jen was working here upstairs when we were on air with everybody. Remember yesterday?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my little one comes downstairs crying about something she thought was broken on her iPad or something. She got confused and all disheveled. And so later on, I went upstairs and I was like, "Now listen, sweetie, you can't come downstairs and yell because I'm working." And she's just all of a sudden she's obsessed with YouTube, right? And I go, "Do you know what I do?" I go, "Do you know that my work, I'm on YouTube too?" And she goes, "What?" And I showed her. I went to our channel and I'm like, see, look. And she's like, oh my goodness. She was freaking out. It was really funny.
Yeah, that was my oldest Nene right there.
Oh, nice.
Who
So,
like that. Yeah, man.
all right, let's take a couple more here. XRP, MGI. Okay, I think we already looked at GLD. XRP. Did we look at GLD already? I don't know.
I don't know if we did GLD. I know you pulled up gold. I thought it was the gold futures. I wasn't looking at the actual name on the chart. So you're probably right.
I think it looks exactly like the other gap up charts we've been looking at.
Well, they are all supposed to look the same. Anything in that complex.
Yeah.
So gold futures, GLD, UGLD, GDX, GDXJ, Nugget, and JNUG should all be up today because the gold complex is up today.
Look at how this is XRP now. Look at how perfectly it followed the Kumo cloud on the daily. It's kind of wild, right? The way they're I don't know.
That's that rampage. It went up with it caught the rampage, but now look.
Yeah.
You got that vortex pulling it down.
It's just so
look at the weekly.
Perfect looking.
It's behaving perfectly on the weekly too.
Yeah.
See how it's ebbing and flowing with the bottom with that resistance
wants
at the bottom
to invade
of the
Italy
cloud.
So bad, and it just can't.
So it's coming down. You know it's coming down in the next several weeks. It's coming down, folks. Unless you can get some kind of oomph underneath of it, you're looking at new lows coming in here in the next few weeks, folks.
GLD, real quick. Let's
trade accordingly.
I think we did look at it.
Again,
I mean,
that
it's
gap
exactly
has
the
to
same.
be filled on that weekly. Look at that weekly.
I lost the other one.
You got a huge gap there on the weekly chart that needs to be filled.
All right.
So at some point, the market's going to correct, folks. Don't know when that is. You got to trade with what you see. But use tight stops, folks, on this one because you know it's going to back and fill. It's just how it is.
So he also wants MGI. So this is MoneyGram. So let's pull that up. I'll get rid of the comment. There you go. MGI.
Wow. So far, you got an enormous pointer on the weekly.
Enormous.
So you know where this one's going. Prices are going to come back up and try to get into the cloud there.
And look what it did with the cloud on the daily. It just skipped over it.
Cut right through it like a hot knife through butter. So you know that gap is coming, folks.
Yeah.
I don't know why it did that. I'm sure there's some kind of fundamental analysis news that came out or something. It's gonna correct that. So that right there is something like that is meant to be faded.
Here's a good question. I'll get some other stuff set up. So, good question from Nathan. When Dex says there's a major algo shift underway, what does that mean?
A major algo shift is exactly what it says. Look at the markets today, and you tell me. Isn't it obvious that you've seen something shift, especially in the price action? The answer is yes.
So, so what does that mean exactly? We already looked at XRP.
The market has become bullish.
Okay. So it's a change. It's a change in market direction.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think we hit them all. If I'm correct. Oh, there's one. Here's the one I was looking for. I knew it was something with an X. Oh, gold spot. So I think we already looked at gold a couple different ways. So this is the gold spot chart.
Okay. Should be the same situation on that. Same scenario.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks everybody so much for joining us. We're pretty much wrapping it up for right now. A little short on time today, but thank you guys. Don't forget to check out tomorrow. We're going to be doing our live webinar on Rogue News at 1 p.m. And actually, my son has a graduation tomorrow, so I won't be able to do our morning shows. So that's pretty much all we're going to be doing tomorrow is the webinar at 1 p.m. I forgot to tell you that, Dex. So
you know what? I appreciate you telling me that. I really do.
Yeah, I forgot about that until just now. But yeah, tomorrow my son has his graduation. So They have a graduation for everything. Thank you, Nathan, tuning in every day.
And you
Appreciate
guys, I
you
will
guys.
be updating as far as the weekly post picks, whatever. I have not had the time to do it because I've been in the lab this week, and I just wanted to really watch and see what the Fed situation was going to be. So that's why I didn't do anything this week. But based on what's happening today, depending on how today plays out, what we do on the close, I will definitely have some stuff for you. Even though I know tomorrow's Take Back Friday, I may be looking to participate in that.
Cool.
As I think that the pullback, if we get one, could be significant.
Okay.
So I will inform you guys of when and if I decide to do that.
All right, cool. Good to know. And of course, join our room, watchustrade.io. I also wanted to thank you here. We had a nice comment, so put that up there. Thanks. I don't know what to call you because your name is Mossad assassinated Mr. William Colby. So I'm sure that's a very serious thing that I'm not up on right now. So I'll just call you Mossad for now. So thanks, Mossad. That's probably not what he wants to be called. But thanks everybody for joining, and please do smash that like button. So join now, watchustrade.io. I have been warning that we are updating our services, have a great new website coming with some great new features to it. That is we'd hope that be out sooner, but it's getting really close now, and so we're narrowing in on early next week, God willing. And so if you want to get grandfathered in our current price, this is a great time to join. We would love to have you. So head over to watchustrade.io, our soon-to-be defunct website once we move to our new brand, and get signed up. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern for our webinar. We're over and we're almost out. I'm going to cue that sweet heavy metal music. Thanks for watching. To sign up for one of our live trading demos or to just join the room so that you can get in and trade with Dex, go to watchustrade.io. Thanks.